Vladimir Putin landed. Stop, stop, stop! The sound quality is awful. Well, it turns out there was a microphone failure. So let me try and recreate the joke and then give you a static rundown of what to expect this week. Vladimir Putin landed at Warsaw Airport. At border control, the officer decided to ask some questions. Name? Vladimir Putin. Occupation? No, I'm just here on holiday, this time. This week there is general positivity, and the asparagus have given me a really nice surprise. So let's go straight to plot 35. Take them over here and the strimmer, so we've tidied up our communal path and my area. I've also been grubbing up dandelions wherever I see them, but they still keep coming. Raspberries are coming along. I'm looking forward to a nice harvest of those. Rhubarb, as I say, we won't have any this year, but this is getting really established. I'm quite excited how good they're going to be next year. And look at this, asparagus. So recently I planted it, and already we have shoots coming up of asparagus. There'll be no asparagus to eat this year, but maybe a few next year. I mentioned this last week, but I didn't really show you. Less so properly. Here are the globe artichokes in the ground. There's some manure underneath each one, and they seem to be mixed in with soil. So, they seem to be taking off, touch wood. The raw beans looking good. I'm going to have to think about putting some support in there. Garlic, more broad beans, and a couple of little garlics. Beetroot, after whinging so much after transplanting, they're looking fine. Spring onions, not quite sure, they were looking really good for a few weeks. I know it was a hot weather a week or so ago, we're still suffering from that. And lettuce. Over here, I've re-sown the carrot beds and the parsnip beds, and we'll see what happens. And in between the two wider spaced parsnips, I've put radish, because that'll have come and gone long before the parsnips do anything much. And this area here has been weeded. I'm going to put some more compost down, and this is where the sweet corn is going. Oh, and something funny happened at the weekend. There was, first time ever, a delivery of wood chips to communal bins. It was a bit of a scramble to get some, but I got a lorry load, and I've laid down this path and put some more down where it's needed on other existing paths. So next time if I see something, I'm just grabbing. I just wanted to double check in the office, the site office on a Saturday morning. It's definitely okay to grab that, and they said yes. Over here, the peas. I've replanted the ones that I've saved. Oh, you'll notice I've given everything water this evening, and they're coming. And some will survive. The rest struggled a bit yellow, but now are gaining their colour and getting their mojo. Talking about mojo, these potatoes. I'm looking forward to these. Not interested in main crop boiled potatoes, but new potatoes. freshly pulled. Mwah, just looking forward to that. Let's go and have a look in the strawberry cage. And look, a field of flowers, just about. Really, really good. And there's lots of flowers, I know this, I'm repeating myself from last week, on the blueberries. But my question is, do I need to let insects in or will they self-pollinate? If you know, could you pop a comment in? I'm learning all the time here. With these, the cauliflower and the cabbage, I saw the cabbage is getting a little bit eaten, and I thought it was probably flying beasties like moths, literally moth-eaten, I suppose. Moths and cats and moths and butterflies. But then I thought, no, hold on, is it a slug or a snail? And being a plug tray, I had a look underneath, and sure enough, there were two snails there that were obviously coming out in the evening and having a nice munch. So I'm afraid we will draw a line over what happened to the snails and move quickly on. Shed was a right mess. I've tidied it up, get organised, and part of that is I've taken the brassica cage netting home to sort out, to stretch out, because we tried to put it back and we couldn't, even with the help of my son and his friend. And likewise in the greenhouse, because we're getting towards perhaps putting at least tomatoes out. So I've tidied this out. This is looking a right mess and it's still not looking great, but now in a position where we can think about weeding it. I want to raise up the beds a bit. I've just taken some measurements and then we can have some nice beds here that we'll plant straight into. And again, still here, the only thing growing is the sweet corn, and that's looking okay. So I'm hoping the next time you see these will be planted out. So that's that for this week. Let's go over and see what's happening with the seedlings and stuff like that back at home. Here in the garden, let's look at the peas. Ready to replace the ones that were noisy bird. Ready to replace the ones which some animal grubbed out in a weird way and a systematic way. Well, one would say they're ready to go out. Maybe next time you're here, when we meet, they will be out in the allotment. In mini greenhouse, the tomatoes are all good, apart from one which seems to have given up the ghost. Basil hasn't germinated. The other herbs I took out, very little germination. I think some reseeding to do. There is the chard. I think that'll be ready to planting out. And pricked out, that means putting into individual cells, the lettuces. Leeks still to germinate. And some cabbages there as well. There's more cabbages we'll see in a minute. Okay, let's go look under the grow lights. And underneath the grow lights, cucumbers, all showing their true leaves, which is nice. This is all brassicas, Brussels sprouts, summer cabbage and St Michael's red cabbage, which is the only one that's germinated. And yet to germinate, summer crookneck, which is a squash similar to courgette, and a few more cucumbers using the seeds I have left over. As you see, not germinated yet. Well, I'm hoping this is the last time for this half of the year that you see the grow lights. With the temperatures rising, these cucumbers can go and sit outside, as can the squashes, after they've germinated. Like and subscribe if you wish, and see you next time.